everyone, and welcome back, especially on my Homework Club kids. Hey guys, today we have something super fun planned. Something that you can do at home no matter what. As long as you got a pencil, some paper, and a set of die, you're in luck. Now, what will we be doing exactly? I'll save it for just 1 second, because first we have to talk about our riddle. Come on guys, you know what we do here. So, our riddle today, I think, is really fun, really cute, and I think you guys are gonna figure it out. It's gonna be great. I have so much faith in you. At the end of the video, when we go back over it, I know you'll be shouting at the screen the answer. So, what is our riddle today? I'm orange, I wear a green hat, and I sound like a parrot. I'll let you guys think about it, and again, at the end of the video, we'll figure it out together. So, now that we've done our riddle, talked about our riddle, let's jump right into our math game. For our math game today, we are going to be needing some things. If you guys have a printer at home with paper, then you're set. But if you don't, like I don't, then no worries, because guys, we're also set. We just need some art supplies, not even, just a paper and a pencil. So, what I'm about to show you is what we'll be doing. It is Addition Connect 4. I know, I'm very excited. Besides our paper and our printer and whatnot, all the other things you'll be needing are just a set of die. So, I'm gonna show you and then I'll give the explanation, if you don't have a printer, how to make your own at home. Here it is, our Connect 4 Addition edition. What will we be doing? I'll tell you in just a second. But don't worry, if you don't have a printer, we can make this at home with just a paper and some pencils. So, that's what our printable or our PDF version looks like. Right back there. You guys just saw it. Now, like I said, I don't have a printer. I'm not able to print that out, but I still want to play this game. I want to learn more addition skills. How do I do that? I make my own, and you guys can do that too. So, what did I do? I did it exactly the same as the printout version. I looked at what that printout was telling me to do and I translated it onto the paper through columns and rows. It's important to note that this game does have a column full of 6 and a row full of 7. That way, there's more options and more ways to win. Now, as you guys grow with this game, you can change everything how you'd like. Add more rows, make it connect to 6, whatever you'd like. But since we're both learning this for the first time, I stuck with what the PDF said to do. So, I believe in you guys. It's pretty simple, pretty straightforward. It's just, you can trace it on your computer screen, you can copy it. It's exactly the same. Now, how do we play? You might have seen the directions at the foot of the PDF that we just showed. So, what we'll be needing, like I said earlier, was some die. We're gonna use those to roll and get our numbers so we can add and mark off the numbers we get. Give me 1 second and I'll start rolling my dice to see if I can get a Connect 4. I'm excited, guys. All right, guys, I found my die. Here we go, and we're ready to start rolling. What we're going to do is take both of our die, roll them at once. I just rolled a 6 and a 3. Now, 6 plus 3 is 9. I'm going to then take my crayon, which I'll be using instead of a marker to mark everything off. I'll find a 9 on our Connect 4 and I'll mark it off. So, where should I go? Because there's numerous nines. I'm going to go right here. So you can see I covered the 9 with my X, and all I have to do is get 4 blue X's in a row. Now, this is a great game to play with other folks because it's a competition. See who can win the fastest. Get 4 the quickest. Now I'm gonna roll again because I wanna get 4. Ooh, I have 3 and a 2. We know what that equals. 5. So I'm gonna find another 5. There's 1 in the row. All right, I'm gonna roll again and then I'll show you again because I'm hoping for a 12. Give me 2 6s. All right, you guys wish for me too. Oh no, I got a 4 and a 4, which is an 8. Not too bad, but not what I wanted. So this is what it looks like now. I've kind of got, I could go here, but I also could go here. I've got options. I'm gonna keep going. Keep your fingers crossed for me. I want to win against myself. All right, so I've got 6 and 5. So we know 6 plus 6 equals 12, right? It's good to know our doubles. Now we know 1 less than 6 is 5. So 6 plus 5 is 11. And guess who has an 11 in that row? Me. Oh, I'm excited. I'm 1 away from 4. Here, I'll show you guys. All I need is either a 9. Oh yeah, just a 9 to get that 4. Or a 12 and a 2 to get the other connect 4. So I got a 1 and a 4. That's a 5. So let's see if we can find a 5 right by our area. I found another one. I'm gonna roll again because I'm not anywhere near connect 4 yet. Ooh, a 6 plus 2. Who knows what that equals? 8. Gotta find another 8. All right. Oh my gosh. Now I only have, look. So I have to either go here to get the connect 4 or here. Oh, pardon me, here. And then I'll have my connect 4. So fingers crossed for me, guys. I need a 9 or a 10. All right, be a 10. Oh, it was a 7, a 4 and a 3. No worries though, because I've got another, oh my gosh. I'm literally 1 away from each, like I'm 1 away in 3 different types of like rows and columns. I got a 3. Oh my gosh, now I'm 1 away in 4 different individual rows or columns. Oh my goodness. I got a 5, another 5. This 5 is really far away. You guys can see, look. I've got it going on up here. I'm so close, literally, in so many ways. And then there's just this guy. Let's see. Ooh. I got a 5 and a 5. You know what that means? I got connect 4. Ooh! Yes. Here, I'll circle it nice and big so everyone can see. I did it. I did it. And you guys can too. I hope you guys take this and run with it because it's really fun. And it's a nice way to master our math skills, right? And just because I'm doing addition doesn't mean you have to. You can do subtraction, multiplication, maybe even division. So, good luck, guys. I know you can do it, and it's pretty fun. Now that we've talked about it a little bit more, though, we've got a book to read. Better yet, our positive action. Today, our positive action or positive tip is going to focus on the link between what's happening up here and how we act. So we talk about this a lot, right? How our emotions, our thoughts, and our feelings can influence us. It's important to acknowledge they don't only influence us and like how we think and all of that, but it's important to understand it influences very much how we act. When we're sad, we're more withdrawn. We don't want to be around other folks. Sometimes we're so upset, maybe depressed, that we withdraw from the things we enjoy doing most. And when we're angry, sometimes we lash out. We speak loudly. Maybe a lot of people have anger issues where they have to, channel that anger physically to get it out, like hitting the pillows. Like that is an action. When our thoughts are so big and so repetitive, they don't leave us alone, it can be a lot. And that affects our actions. It's important to realize that there's a link there, a very strong link there, because it sets us up for success and better opportunities and more growth when we acknowledge that what's happening up here is just as real as what's happening in our actions, because they are one and the same. And you might be saying, what in the heck? What in the heck, Emma? I know, it's a big, big topic. It's a big thing to kind of take a step back and go, oh my gosh, oh my goodness, it's all connected. It is, but it's something that we need to learn and we need to grow from, right? Because if we don't ever realize this and we're just thinking these things and not really realizing that our actions are linked to our thoughts, we can do a lot of harm to ourselves and the people around us. And that is not why we are here on this planet. No, we are here to uplift and encourage each other, right? So in the journey of becoming our best selves, I hope that you start to become more aware of how everything up here is influencing you. Because once you do that, once you gain that skill and work on that skill, like I say, it's a muscle. You got to work it out. Once you work on it, you will be unstoppable. So, let's move on to our book, Super Fudge. So, if you guys know, we've been reading our book, Super Fudge. Now, I would really suggest going back and trying to find the first video if you haven't been following along. Now, if you've been following along, you know that Peter is kind of getting a little frustrated with Fudge because Fudge just got a talking bird that will not stop talking. And they share a wall, meaning their rooms are right next door. The only thing separating them is a thin wall. That means every time Peter's trying to do his homework, just relax or go to bed, the bird is talking and the bird is loud. Yeah, I can understand why he's frustrated. I would be frustrated too. So, let's see how he handles it. I hope in a positive way. Maybe the bird will even be better. Maybe he'll learn when to start talking and when to stop talking. I don't know. We'll see. So let's jump right back into our book. Grandma came to visit the following weekend and was surprised to find that Fudge no longer slept in the hallway outside my parents' bedroom. I have to sleep in my own room now, Fudge told her. Uncle Feather needs me. Of course he does, Grandma said, standing in front of Uncle Feather's cage. And you're a lovely birdie, aren't you? Lovely birdie, Uncle Feather said. Grandma laughed. Oh my, and so smart. So smart. Oh my, so smart, Uncle Feather said. That night, Mom and Dad went out, and Grandma stayed home with us. We all watched TV together. Tootsie was on Grandma's lap, having her late-night bottle. So, how's kindergarten going? Grandma asked Fudge. I have a nice teacher, he said. She says I'm as sweet as my name. Well, you are, aren't you? Grandma said. I snorted. Do you think I am? Fudge asked Grandma. I certainly do, she told him. I snorted again. All the time? Fudge asked. Maybe not all the time, Grandma said, but most of the time. Then why when you come here do you only play with Tootsie and not me? I come to see all of you, Grandma said, burping Tootsie. But you're always holding her, Fudge said, and singing dumb songs to her. They're not dumb, I said. They're from when Grandma was a girl. You were a girl? Fudge said, trying to get up on Grandma's lap. Certainly, Grandma said, shifting Tootsie into her one arm to make room for Fudge. And you were little like me? Yes, Grandma said, and I went to school just like you. Fudge shoved Tootsie out of the way, so Grandma passed her to me. What did you do there? Fudge asked. Oh, I sang songs and painted pictures. I played games and I learned to read. You learned to read in kindergarten? Well, maybe it was first grade, Grandma said, patting Fudge's head. It was a long time ago. It's hard for me to remember. You know what, Grandma? Fudge said. No, what? I'm the middle child, so I need lots of attention. Who told you that? Grandma asked. I heard Mommy talking on the phone. It's more important for you to play games with me than Tootsie, and that's why I try to remember. What about me? I asked. Where do I fit in? You don't need attention, Fudge said. You're in 6th grade. I was beginning to get annoyed. That doesn't mean I don't need attention. Everybody needs attention, Grandma said. Even you? Fudge asked. Yes, even me, Grandma told him. Who gives you attention? Fudge asked Grandma. My family and my friends, Grandma said. You should get a bird, Fudge said. A bird would give you lots of attention. A bird doesn't care if you're the middle child or not. Neither would a dog, I said. You should get a dog, like Turtle. As soon as he heard his name, Turtle looked up and barked. Tootsie opened her eyes and said, Gaga goo ga. Very profound, Tootsie. That's right, I told her. Now go back to sleep. Grandma went upstairs to tuck Fudge into his bed, and then I went up to put Tootsie in her crib. Good night. Sleep tight, Grandma said to Fudge. Good night. Sleep tight. Sleep tight. Good night, Uncle Feather called. Grandma dropped the covers over his cage. It's the only way to shut him up. And even then, he kept calling, good night, until I kicked the base of his cage. After we'd had Uncle Feather for a few weeks, Fudge was ready to bring him to school for show and tell. Miss Ziff invited the other kindergarten class to come and see him, and I got special permission from Mr. Green to skip half of English and go down to Fudge's room in case of an emergency. Poor Fudge, he is a caution. Miss Hildebrand's class marched and sat in a circle on the floor, right behind Fudge's class. Uncle Feather's cage stood in the middle of the circle. When everyone was settled, Fudge pulled the cover off the cage and said, "Presenting Uncle Feather!" "Ooh," all the little kids said. "What a beautiful bird Farley has," Miss Hildebrand said. "Isn't he a beautiful bird, class?" "Yes," Miss Hildebrand's class answered, sounding like robots. "Yes, what?" Miss Hildebrand said. "Yes, Farley has a beautiful bird," her class said together. "He speaks French," Fudge said. "Does he really?" Miss Hildebrand asked. "Yes." "Well, what a coincidence. So do I." She went right up to Uncle Feather's cage and bent over and said, "Parlez-vous français?" Uncle Feather cocked his head, looked straight at her and said, "Bonjour, stupid." That is, I don't like the word stupid, but that's funny because it's a bird and the bird's just repeating what it's heard. That was funny. And I think that Grandma, Peter, and Fudge all shared a really nice moment where they took a situation that's scary and new and they talked about it and they grew from it. So that's where we're going to end our book today. We'll pick it up right where we left off in our next video tomorrow. So be sure to check it out. Now, before I say my goodbyes, we of course got to talk about our riddle. Who remembers what our riddle was? I'll see. Ready? I'm orange, I have a green hat, and I sound like a parrot. Did you figure it out? Because I got the answer. Sounds like a parrot, more like rhymes with parrot. I'm talking about a carrot. Get it? It's orange, it's got a green hat. Sounds like a parrot. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Bye! Thanks for watching.